Okay, hey guys, round two. I already did my Facebook Live this morning on Emma Harrison's Facebook feed comment, because we're sitting at a majority government now after yesterday, and it's really scary. I'm talking with my Uncle Buck, who I go to the food bank with, and we were talking about Carney and something he had seen about how somebody was questioning Carney about, why are you not taking care of Canadians? You only seem to be taking care of the immigrants, the new Canadians, like the terrorists, for fuck's sakes. We got 701 terrorists in here. I showed you the daddy terrorist that no more than got off the plane at fucking Pearson, and he was at one of those fucking protests. Daddy Palestine, whatever the fuck he was. But that conversation with Uncle Buck led into what Trump is doing. And I mean, I don't know any more than you guys. We don't know Trump, right? He's a stranger to us, no more than Mark Carney. Mark Carney's been on the islands, right? We want to focus on our backyard. But we all know that the news is censored. And there's stuff that Trump is doing that nobody else is doing, like taking care of some of these extreme fucking states, right? And I'm just trying to figure it out. I'd sooner have knowledge than be fucking ignorant. So Uncle Buck was just telling me about, we were talking about this majority government, and he kind of put a positive spin on it, though Donald Trump could be the fucking devil, right? Like, Uncle Buck and I don't know Donald Trump, but let's listen to Uncle Buck, what he has to say about something positive, kind of, because we got Donald Trump, who's standing up more than any world leader, right? So, Uncle Buck, I'm going to give the floor to you.
Okay.
Tell me what you were telling me about the...
Well, there's two or three things that we talked about. But the one thing, like, Trump gets blamed for everything from Canada. But Trump is not a Canadian, and he does what's best for his country. Everybody hates him because of the negative press that he gets, which is 99% untrue. It's almost 95% negative. That's because if they keep you scared of Trump, you won't see, like, it's a diversion. You won't see what Carney is.
Yeah.
Carney's the biggest fraud that ever was perpetrated on this Canadian government.
Yeah.
Well, the only difference between him and Trudeau is that Carney's smart.
Yeah.
Trudeau was a puppet. Trudeau was one of the stupidest and most dangerous because of his unintelligence. He's invoked laws that were treasonous and nobody charged them.
Nope.
It just shows how deep that our government is crooked.
Yeah.
I mean, our government, for example, the RCMP have enough to charge Mr. Trudeau. The judge ruled that he did an unlawful thing.
Yeah.
When he invoked the War Measures Act against innocent truckers. Then he has a bank in his pocket, the Toronto Dominion. They froze people. Here's your prime minister, who at the time froze bank accounts so people couldn't eat because they were protesting.
Yeah.
They had one flag that was a what do you call it, rebel flag from back in the war with the States, and he called that a hate speech and a rowdy gathering. There was not one incident of rowdiness, but he invoked war measures. The man is a criminal, a total criminal.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody holds him to account.
No.
And Canadians ought to get their butts cleaned out and start thinking about what this Carney's doing.
Yeah.
We have an 18-hour to 24-hour wait at an emergency.
Yeah.
How could that possibly be from what this country was?
Yep.
Now, on the other hand, he sends over billions of dollars to Africa. He sends billions of dollars to a war that Trump won't even fucking acknowledge, because the most crooked country in the world is Ukraine. I mean, Russia's right behind it. So I don't know why they don't just let them fight it out themselves. Why do we have to stick our beak in and go, oh, well, I like Mr. Con Artist, Mr. Ukraine. He gets more money than anybody in the world. He cons every country in the world to give him money.
Yeah, and he doesn't even dress up. He wears a fucking tracksuit.
Well, he's supposed to be the leader of the country, and then you find out they've gotten land in Sweden and in pardon me, I have to think of where the other place was. It was Sweden and Germany, I do believe. I could be wrong there. But they have luxury vacation homes in those two countries. They also have oligarchs there that have tons of money. One guy has the biggest yacht in the world, and he's a Ukrainian. Why are we giving fucking billions of dollars? Why doesn't he sell his boat to help his country?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, when are we getting paid back this money?
You'll never get paid back the money, never. Carney, well, and then you have Christian Freeland.
Kissing cousins with Zelensky.
I mean, yeah, that's for sure they are. and Freeland's kissing cousins with Carney's butt.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
She's as scary as Justin Trudeau and Mark Carney.
Well, she's a horrible, and should be charged with treason as well.
Yeah, she needs to go down too.
Also, everybody hates this guy Trump, but they don't know anything about him.
No.
They call him a pedophile, and he's proved. Everybody has said, no, he wasn't. He told the people that he was a...
Oh, we're laughing, but we're still not first, eh? Fuck.
That's all right. We're okay.
Well, that's it. I feel like in the last 10 years, we've only established that Prince Andrew was definitely on the islands.
Well,
and
Tom Hanks?
Oh, yeah, but all we talk about is Donald Trump being on the islands, but nobody else.
I know.
Like, it's disgusting. It's so disgusting. And I feel like Donald Trump's a scapegoat.
He is, because he's a diversion. If you put everything... Donald Trump wasn't even heard of in Canada until he ran in 2016. Mm-hmm. But now he's responsible for all Canada's problems?
I know.
Baloney. I know what? He hated Trump, but he hated Freeland even more.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't deal with... Well, one of his favorite expressions, and I love it, is he pisses off stupid people.
Yeah.
And you know what? That Trudeau was literally uneducated and stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what? We're in danger. I'm in danger right now of talking to people.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm in danger is because we're losing our free speech. Like, we're partners with China now and not United States.
Yeah.
Our biggest ally, who has looked after us. I mean, we don't even have a fucking army unless you want to call it the Salvation Army. You know? We couldn't stop the Girl Guides of the United States. You know? And yet everybody goes, oh, we don't need Trump. The strongest army ever in the history. You know, this guy, and is he a genius? He doesn't take any shit from anybody in the. He's going to withdraw from NATO because when he asks for help, they all let him down.
Yeah.
So what does he do? He says, okay, that's fine. Now, if you want oil, you can come and get it from me because I'm shutting down the fucking Strait of Hormuz. And guess what? They're all there giving them... there's 180 ships on the way to sell millions of barrels to everybody, including China. I mean, the guy is a genius. And if people don't believe how bad Muslims are, I will tell you, I had a friend who was a young man who had to come to Canada to escape because his father was under a death sentence. His father worked for the government of Iran, and did something that they disliked, and his family, not just him, but his family was under execution orders.
Oh.
He escaped. He came to Canada. I know this man personally. He came here when he was 9 or 10 years old, and he was so scared because he thought he was coming to where the devils were, because right from when you go to school, you are taught that the white people, and you can ask any Iranian this, the white people are the infidels and the devil. So you, right from an early age, and if they kill them, then they're if you kill a white person, then you're definitely going, and you're gonna go meet Allah and his 70,000 fucking virgins. You know,
Yeah.
like the only thing that's a virgin in Iran is an ugly girl in grade 1. You know, because half of those fucking guys marry them at 10 years old.
That's it.
You know,
And that's coming in, and they're teaching already, and not even just the Muslim, but in schools, they're teaching kids to hate themselves because they're white.
Well, and they're also confusing them with their genders. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, they don't. A kid, you know, I mean, I remember as a little boy going around pulling girls' hair. I didn't think about my pecker because the thing didn't move. You know, but I mean, mothers now are going, oh, he likes to play with dolls. Well, what the fuck? That's a girl. He's normal. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what boys do. They chase girls and they pull their hair and they, at least I did anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Just let the kids be kids. And you talking about your Muslim friend, I know a Muslim friend as well. And they told me there's 2 different types of Muslims. And there's the ones that you're describing that are dangerous. And then you have the other Muslims. And it's like good and bad in everybody, right?
Well, there's good and bad in everybody, but you can be, listen, no matter what happens, when you're young, you're influenced.
Absolutely.
Even when you're uneducated, when you only look at one side of an argument. I'll give you an example. You walk in and your 2 friends are arguing. You like both of them the same, but you only get one side of the story. This girl did this to me. The other girl, being quiet, doesn't say anything. You're more apt to take the side of the girl that does the most complaining, because that's the only side you got.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Our government, by the way, puts $3.2 billion into propaganda in this country. We pay every penny for CBC.
Yeah.
CBC doesn't get any money hardly for any of their advertising, because nobody watches them. Yet,
except the teachers, and the teachers use that in school for their resources, which is scary because that's how they're influencing the kids, right?
Exactly. And it's been that way for years.
Yeah.
And they have a community that sticks together. If you have a difference of opinion of anybody, I don't care what it is, you should not. I'll give you an example. Some of you liberal retards, okay, you don't like Trump, but you don't know, if I ask you, what don't you like about him, you say his rhetoric. Well, Mr. Trump happens to be a man with no filters.
I love that.
Okay, now if he doesn't have any filters, then he doesn't put up with any garbage from other countries. He wants to withdraw from NATO because he puts in more money than every other country combined. Mm-hmm. Okay? And he gets, by the way, he's the only president that lost money during his presidency, and the only president that doesn't take any money.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I want to know, everybody loves this Obama, but there's clips, and you can find it on Google, where Obama says we are no longer a Christian nation. But nobody plays those clips.
No.
Nobody knows. but it's hate Donald Trump.
And Obama was on the islands. He's listed on the Epstein library.
Obama is...
But we don't talk about that, right? Because all the CBC does is fill your head with Donald Trump's an asshole.
And he won't come out. Everybody knows he's gay. He won't come out.
I watched the thing that there was charges. I watched the Candace Owens documentary, and Obama, like, had sexual harassment, assaults with somebody that worked with him or whatever. He's not an innocent, clean man, Obama. He's as dirty as the rest of them.
Well, I think.
And you know what I like about Trump, sorry to interrupt you, is when he does his press conferences or he meets people at other world leaders, he has them on live TV with everybody and their brother, because he's trying to show that he's like what he's doing, because he
has press conferences. Pardon me for interrupting. He has more press conferences in 1 month than Joe Biden had in 4 years. Yep. And you can look that up. He answers questions. So you know what they say? Oh my God, he swore.
I know, that's what they focus on.
Yeah, they focus on his bad language. Not that he's saving the world from these goddamn nuclear weapons, right? And now he's so stupid. He's got 181 ships heading to United States of America and Argentina to get oil. Now he's got rid of dictators in Argentina. He's freed them. They're starting to get back to where they were, where it used to be a beautiful country, and then it went sour under dictatorship. By the way, all you libtard idiots, I call you libtards. You either, well, hey, I'll really piss you off. You're probably a Leaf fan, along with your fucking liberal fucking ways.
You know what? I honestly, I've told you this, that I want to almost switch teams. That I was a Toronto Maple Leaf fan my whole life, but I'll never see them win that fucking cup. And I feel like switching teams.
Have you ever heard them? They're down.
You know, that's a good joke, right? A lesbian switching teams. Like, the Leafs are so fucking bad that even the lesbians are switching teams. Hey, that's a good one, eh?
The children growing up, like, no matter what, if people minded their own business on people's personal lives,
I know,
we'd be a lot better off.
And just focus on what's going on.
That's right.
What we pay all these fucking idiots in positions of power, like the OPP not helping me, right? Like all of these people, you should be focused on them, not what your Facebook friend had for fucking dinner.
And for sure, take a good look at when, as soon as the state stopped buying from us. And see, he hates Freeland, and he hates Carney, and he hates Trudeau.
Oh, yeah, he does.
So he's not going to do anything for Canadians.
No.
Now, unfortunately, this was the greatest country in the entire world to live in. About 17 or 18 years ago, we were ranked number 2 in the world as the most desirable place to live in.
Yeah.
We're very last in the G7.
We're a shithole now.
We have more immigration. They make check this out if you want the truth, okay? Check this out. People, you'd have no idea that when a person lands in this country, okay, they get almost double what a person who's lived here all their lives gets. They get the equivalent of $90,000 a year. They get free room, free board, free TTC and transportation. They get all their money paid for their food, and they get free rent, free housing. They get passes for everything. They get free health care for coming to this country. That doesn't mean they're even citizens. They get off the plane, they go to the welfare office and get it. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, if you're an old ager, you got to wait in line, and you got to beg to get above the poverty line.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
And you and the other elderly seniors built this country and just barely getting by. And same with being on ODSP. Here we are sitting at the fucking food bank.
Yeah.
How disgusting, right? A senior, and I fit all the... I'm a minority if you want to get fucking technical, right? I'm a woman. I'm a lesbian. I don't use those labels to get what I want. But, you know, a lot of people do. And I should be thriving, but I'm not. And Uncle Buck is senior, and here we are parked at the fucking food bank.
Knocking. And I'm 80 years old.
Yeah, 80. 80 years old, sitting at the food bank. And here we are knocking a Christian nation, and I'm sitting at a fucking church. Sorry, God. I'm sitting at a church. And when there's a problem in any community, the first people there to help you are the churchgoers.
Mm-hmm.
And all of you younger people need to really get out there. This is your future, right? Like, I can only imagine I can't even imagine what Canada's going to be like in the next month, let alone the next year or the next 5 years. Kids, this is your future. And me and anyone younger, we still have, hopefully, touch wood, some time. And what do you want to be like dealing with this? And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, guys.
Well, it'll get worse unless you're not lazy.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of how what people are doing.
Can you shut the seat warmer off?
Sure.
My ass is getting hot.
You're hot, buddy. Where the fuck is it? I can't see. Oh.
I didn't want to interrupt you on your story about the income.
Must be you.
What's that, sorry?
Must be you.
Because that's really important to know that...
What, having a hot
ass? That people are coming into this country, and we're not equipped to bring all these people in. And it's not... Nobody's racist, but this is a fact. Like Uncle Buck had just said about the wait times at the hospital are 24 hours. Oh, I was just feeling hot. I thought it was on. 24-hour waits at the hospital. That's because of the ridiculous immigration, you stupid bitches. And when I was younger, Peterborough, up until I was about 17 to 20, Peterborough had 2 hospitals. And they shut down St. Joseph's. And we could really use that fucking hospital right about now. But Jeff Leal had to make pickleball courts. $4.8 million fucking dollars for that. Anyways, I'm going to get going.
Hold on. I got one more thing to
I'm going
tell
to switch hands. Okay, good.
I got one more thing to tell you. Check this out. We have lost 120,000 Canadians have gone to the United States of America. Now, the reason they've gone is because they're nurses, they're doctors, they're electricians, they're carpenters, they're plumbers, they're construction workers. All these people that are skilled workers are taken off to the United States of America. All different states: Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Texas. All these people, all these doctors that we trained at University of Toronto, and we had the best healthcare system in the world.
And I can attest to that because I've been a part of it my whole life. And guys, it's shit. If you want to fucking... I've been a part of it. And you watch my oppressed life on YouTube, okay? It's scary. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. But all these people are going down to the States because they're going to get paid. Because if you make $100,000 here, or $200,000, let's just say, if you make $200,000 here as a skilled at your profession that is skilled, such as a plumber or a electrician, Carney gets $53 of every $100 you make. $53. That's the highest income tax rate in the G7.
Yeah.
Is that what we're all about? We got to give Carney money so he can give it to the fucking Ukrainians and some African place to study transgenderism, like, enough is enough.
It is.
Why don't you just wake up, okay, and smell the coffee? It's unbelievable how dozy. I have talked to people and said, okay, what don't you like about this? And they go, oh, I just don't.
I know.
Oh, well, give me a reason. Well, I just don't.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you're fucking sheep. You're like lemmings. You go off a cliff and everybody follows. Okay? Why don't you get educated and learn what's wrong? When you go to the grocery store, do you believe for 1 second groceries are ever going to come down? Never with guys like the guy who runs Loblaws or Galen Weston, or Weston Bakeries. Are you kidding? They own Loblaws. And this guy is a billionaire. He doesn't even this guy is so cheap, he's never helped anybody.
No.
He does it for income tax purposes, but out of his own pocket, he wouldn't give you a smell.
No.
He's a joke, and he sets prices for everybody.
Yeah.
And don't think that they don't control all the little independent places such as AMP, and they do all those. No frills, this, that. Hey, they just give you a less quality, right, and charge it, and they'll boost the prices up. Are you going to tell me that Canada, who has the third most oil resources in the entire world, we could supply out of Alberta alone the rest of the world for the next 100 years?
Oh, I know.
Okay? That's for oil. We have potash. We have more nickel than anybody in the world. We have gold. We have silver. We have forestry. We have more fresh water than any country in the world, which will be worth billions and billions and trillions of dollars because of our freshwater system. We have everything in the world going for us in Canada except government.
Yeah.
No, but the reason the States is successful is because they don't have a politician in government. They have a businessman. And if I ran this country, I guarantee you in 2 years, this would be the best country again.
Because you were a good businessman.
Well, I was successful in every business I ran. And a country is just a business. And they hire too many people to do too little work.
Yep.
Okay?
Like all the fucks I'm dealing with.
Well, they hire people, they don't even know what they're hired for.
No,
So
they're just hiring based on DEI. And it's quite obvious with all of you fucks I talk with. I can tell that you're just a DEI, especially you entitled women that all of you women at the OPP and mocking disabled and stuff. I can tell that you're hired based on DEI. Nobody's hired based on work ethic. And what happened to that work ethic? You work your ass off. Everyone's just fucking lazy. Right down to just figuring out what's going on in your fucking backyard.
You got 17, 18, 19, and 20-year-old young men and women who are sitting in the basement on their phone in their parents' house, okay? And you think that that's all right. They need their safe space. You know what? No wonder they think they're fucking little girls.
Yeah.
You know, because they can't stand up. I fucking, at 16 years old, had a fucking job, and I've never been unemployed. I've never taken one penny from I'm 80 years old. I've never taken any money from unemployment insurance or from whatever they call that, where they give you money for free. I've never taken
welfare.
Welfare.
Yeah.
I've never taken one dime. If I went from one job to another, I built up my resources. I bought businesses and worked hard. When I say worked hard, I had a business that I owed so much money I used to work 6.5 days a week because my wife didn't work in those days. We were men. We looked after our women and our children. Okay? We protected our women and children. We fed them and we busted our balls. And the women, in return, especially, I got lucky, but especially most of the women that grew up in my era, they cooked for their husbands, they packed the lunches, they had meals when we got home, their clothes were clean, they looked after their children, took them to school, house trained them. They did everything that they would be proud of. But the women now, all they want to do is go to bars, get out, a girls' night out, get half dressed. I mean, how can a man want a woman, okay, who thinks that, oh, after we're married, that doesn't mean nothing. We can go out and put our sexiest clothes on and go to a bar and drink, you know? And tell me, has anybody ever drank and made good decisions?
Never. Never.
You know? So, I mean, I own bars. I know. I've watched people come in, and they've come in, and at 9 o'clock, they're young ladies. At 10:30, they may be getting gangbanged because they don't know how to handle booze.
Yeah.
Booze is a bad thing. No, I'm not saying. I'm telling you what to do. You can go drink. But I want you to ask yourself a question. When you're inebriated, have you ever made a good decision? If you have, ask yourself. Look in the mirror. You know who doesn't lie? The man in the glass. The man in the glass is the mirror. Okay? If you can look in the mirror and say, I'm doing everything I could possibly do to make my life better and my loved one's life better. That doesn't mean you have to be married. You can have a brother, a sister, or you can go to a church and help distribute food, or you can shovel the older person's driveway, or you can do all kinds of things that make you proud. But no, you rather finger fuck yourself and watch fucking something on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
You know, and you got OnlyFans. These girls get on there and they think that they're entertaining people their own age. It's only old men who can't get women that are looking at these young girls, you know? And by the way, girls, what your dad told you about you're all princesses and you're going to meet your fucking prince, he lied to you. You know? Because your dad, every girl is a princess to the father. But the truth of the matter is, you should be looking at personality. You should be looking at what's in your heart.
Yep.
Because looks go away. I've been married 58 years to the same woman.
58 years.
58?
Nobody does that anymore.
Well, that's because they never look. Not that my wife is not gorgeous. I think she is. But
she's amazing.
The heart is what captured me. The unselfishness of a woman. A woman naturally is a nurturer.
Yep.
Okay? Naturally. I don't care if she's looking after a dog, a baby, a husband, a partner. It doesn't matter. You know, a sister, a brother. It doesn't matter. Women have a natural instinct to take care of people.
Right from when they're young girls.
Absolutely.
Playing with baby dolls.
Absolutely. You know, and you're taking that away from yourselves, girls. You're going out, you're giving your body away for free.
Yeah.
And then you expect, after you've been run through like a whatever, you expect to marry some guy at 30. What kind of nonsense is that? What man really wants a girl that's been used up? And, you know, like, I'm not saying that you can't go out and have a good time, but how can you possibly make love to somebody that you met one day?
Yeah.
You know, no wonder there's STDs.
You know.
Yeah.
Nobody,
but anyway, that's my
yeah, and you're bang on. Women need to really look at that. And what you said about, like, you went out and worked, you know, that was like when I grew up in the 80s, 90s. My dad worked and my mom stayed at home and made sure that we had home cooked meals and that my ass grew up to be you know, a good young person one day. And I think that I mean, now I'm in my 40s, but I feel like I've done everything that I was supposed to do. Sorry, I got distracted. People are rolling in. But, you know, my mom was at home, you know, and dad was there too, but he was out working and mom was home, and, you know, life was simpler, right? Why are parents working 2 jobs, men and women? And you can't even get by. Like I've said before, we weren't put on this earth to suck Mark Carney, Justin Trudeau's dick, or lick Freeland's box. You know? And like you said about groceries, they're not coming down unless we have somebody different in power. Taxes have never went down, have they?
No.
They only go up. You know? So, anyways, I'm going to get going. It's been a great conversation. I hope people think about it. And also, you got to think about what you're teaching your kids, right? You should be teaching the girls to have self-respect and not give yourself away. And drinking is the devil's juice. I mean, nobody's made good decisions drinking. I mean, I know I haven't.
What drink cures your thirst?
What?
Water.
Yep.
Okay? If you say you're going on, everybody goes, oh, I'm going to go have a couple of drinks. What they mean is they're going to go out and get drunk. Nobody goes out and has one or two drinks. And if you do, good for you. But if anybody really, really thinks that scotch tastes good over ice, you're fucked. Now, they say, oh, you can acquire a taste for it. Oh, sure, you can acquire a taste for anything, for fuck's sakes. But, you know, I mean, I don't like fucking broccoli. I wouldn't go to a broccoli bar to acquire a taste for it.
You know?
Fucking.
And that's it right now. COVID has made people tip the bottle more than ever. And they've done that strategically so that you don't go out and fight, right? That it's more important for you to go home and tip the bottle. So like Uncle Buck had said about looking in the mirror, look at yourself and look at that person in the mirror, and are you doing everything for your family? Are you doing everything that you can for your community? And what's more important, your loved ones or the bottle? You need to ask yourselves that, because it's go time and it's fight time, and we need people sober out there. And again, if you brought a life into this world, like with it becoming a majority government, I'm looking even more at going to jail, being even more of a political prisoner, especially with this Bill C9 coming in. I don't have kids, but you guys do. So why are you not stepping up? If you brought a life into this world, even if they're a fucking adult, you know, parents, when you've brought a life in, you never stop caring about your kid no matter how old they are. So you should still be fighting. And then you're going to have grandkids. And they got to live in this shit? No. So look in the mirror.
Well, they don't care.
No,
the parents don't care about kids anymore.
No.
Otherwise, they would be homeschooling them and teaching them right from wrong, and teaching them about Jesus.
Yep.
And teaching them. I'm not saying you have to be a Jesus freak. Okay? I'm a believer from day one. That's my choice. But if somebody else is Buddhist, I respect that.
Yeah.
I do not respect Muslims because it is not a religion that preaches goodness. They marry. I mean, the person that they call their God, Allah, married a 6-year-old girl and consummated it when she was 9. And you're allowed to sell your own daughters in the Muslim religion, to older men. You can sell your 10-year-old daughter to a 50-year-old man. And in Iran and in Iraq, check it out if you don't believe me. You know what? That isn't propaganda. But you will not get it from CBC. No. Okay? Because they got more DEI than fucking the entire fucking nation of fucking of Hungary and Poland. Hungary and Poland don't let nobody in. Okay? They don't have problems. Mm-hmm. But we do. And the one thing that my friend here has said, my niece said, is the person in the glass, the person in the mirror, it's the only person in your life. When you look at that person, you cannot lie, because that person in the glass knows. It's just like God. You look in the mirror and you cannot lie to that person in the mirror, because that person in the mirror knows. Yeah. That person is you. So when you say, well, I'm doing my best, and you comb your hair or pick your fucking nose, that person is fucking you. And only you can't lie to yourself. That's the only person you can. So try it. Try looking in the mirror and seeing how honest you really are.
Yeah.
Do I really know what's going on in Canada? Why are these grocery prices so high when we have an abundance of cattle, an abundance of wheat, an abundance of potatoes, an abundance of food? We have an abundance of food. Take a look at every fucking grocery store, and every grocery store is full of food. Are you telling me? I'm telling you, they throw out more than they donate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, why is the prices so high? Why? You know?
Yeah.
I know that the gas prices have got a lot to do with the delivery. Okay? But then there's unions too. You know, we're paying people. We have more people in government, okay, than the United States does.
Don't we have like 40% people or something in government jobs?
That's right. And you know what? Listen, you go and you phone for anything at all. If you phone the government, you're going to be on hold. Okay, I know girls that work in offices for the government, and they laugh about it.
Yeah.
They laugh and joke about, oh, you get this one. Oh, you get that one. Oh, I just had one. Oh, she was crying on the phone. They got no money. You know, you know what they do? They put you on hold. They go outside, have a smoke, and they go, oh, I'm sorry, we're so busy. You know what? It's an out-and-out lie. And another thing, they put you on a recording because they don't even have, all they have to do now is punch the recording.
Yeah.
They don't even have to answer the phone. We're so fucking lazy that we can't say, can I help you, ma'am?
No.
Or can I help you, sir? Right? There's no personality in anything.
No, and I have it all on recording. These people that I'm dealing with, they literally laugh and mock you right on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And they laugh because there's nobody to hold them accountable. And I will make sure that you all change your fucking tune. Because I've wasted a lot of my time on the phone. And I'm still not done with these sons of bitches, right?
But they don't care.
No, they don't.
Like, there's no compassion.
No, there's none.
In anything, okay? You have women, for example, in, battered wife shelters, and they've got to live and take their kids to schools that they don't want to go to places where, I mean, I'll give you an example. You could be on a list, if you're a single mother, to try and find affordable living. And if you're down living, I'll give you an example, you're living in Peterborough and they say, oh yeah, well, we got a place, but you got to go up and live in Buckhorn, or you got to go up and live in North Bay, but we got one for you. Well, you don't want to hoist up all your family and move.
No.
Right? To a place where, well, now you can't see your brothers, your sisters, or anything else. So you refuse to go up there. So they say, well, we're taking you off the list. Now, it might not be that extreme, but it is definitely like from Scarborough to Mississauga. You're brought up in Scarborough, and the next thing you know, well, we should help this girl.
Oh, I gotta go and help. The milk woman's here, and I want to go help. Right? It's raining.
Yeah.
Oh, she's pulling right up, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go help, okay? Talk to you later. Good talk, Uncle Buck, okay? We'll talk again next week. See you next Tuesday, bitches.